All right, everyone, last idea on exponents, negatives. So I like to coin this term from a coworker that if you have a negative, they sink, and negatives float. So sinking and floating with a fraction. So if I have a negative, he sinks down below. So let's take a look at this example. I have x to the second over x to the sixth. I have 2 on top, 6 on bottom. I cross out the 2 that I have left, and there's just 4 hanging down below. So let's go ahead and do some of our simplifying. So we kind of saw this already a little bit. I like to do my subtraction in my head and then think, okay, so I'm subtracting and I know I can see I have more on the top or bottom, so my answer should be there so that I know, okay, even though my answer is negative, it technically is sitting down below. So 2 minus 8 is negative 6, so that means I'm going to have 6 hanging out down below for my s's. 5 minus 6 is negative 1, so there's only 1 down there. And then a 1 sits on top. Since I've canceled everything, it's not just 0. We're doing this canceling with division. 3 over 3 is still 1. 4 over 4 is still 1. 1,000 over 1,000 is 1. So because this cancellation is done with division, we are essentially dividing. So we're dividing to 1. You can't divide into 0. Unless it is 0, but again, we don't have 0 in any of these problems. All right, second one. So a to the 0 is 1, so that goes away. We have to do this exponent rule first. So 2 to the third is 8, a to the 9th times, well, let's go ahead and subtract, gives me 14. And then my final answer will be 8 on top, and let's see, 9 minus 14 is negative 5, so then 5 a's down below. Number 3. Okay, we've got a couple things first. We have to do the 4 into everyone, and then we're going to have to do the 5 into everyone. We could go ahead and start by simplifying this. Whoa, that's not the button I wanted to hit. Sorry about that. We can start by simplifying that those x's right there. So it'll give me 1 over x to the 4th, and we know 1 times anything is just itself. So 2 to the 4th, 2 to the 3rd is 8. 8 times 2 more is 16. X to the 4th, y to the 8th, over x to the 4th, y squared, x to the 5th, y to the 30th. I'm going to end up actually moving that because I need some more stuff to write, which will give me 16. These x's will cancel out, so that's exciting. Then I'm left with 8 minus 2 is negative 6. No, I'm sorry, 8 minus 2 is just 6. I have my subtraction wrong. And then 6 minus 30 is negative 24. So I have x to the 5th, y to the 24th. All right, next problem. Gotta put this guy in first. That'll give me 15. So m cubed, I don't want to start that there. M cubed n squared over m16 n to the 5th. 3 minus 16 is negative 13, so there's 13 down below, and 2 minus 5 is negative 3, so there's 3 down below, and 1 left on top. I'm going to move this just a smidgen. Okay, I see a 0, so anything to the 0, anything attached to the 0 goes to 1, so that whole thing gets crossed out. Woo! I need to distribute that 3 on top and the 4 on the bottom. I can reduce the k's, so I have 3k on top and 2k on the bottom, so there's all of 1 on top now. So I have 5 j to the 3rd, k to the 6th, over j to the 10th, k to the 16th. Which will give me 5 on top. 3 minus 10 is 7, negative 7, so there's 7 down below. And then 6 minus 16 is negative 10, so there's 10 down below. Ooh, lots of crossing going on. So again, I can cross simplify as long as one's on top, one's on bottom. It doesn't matter which of the groups, as long as it's simplified. I can't do any simplifying crosswise until I get rid of the 2, but I can do some simplifying in this one. Same, I can't simplify anything here because of the 3, but I can go ahead and say by y to the 2, by y to the 2. There's 3 on top, 4 on bottom, so there's all of 1 left on the bottom. There's 1y here, so that means there's 4 left there. So far I have 1 over x times 1 over x cubed y to the 12th times x squared over y to the 8th. So I'm going to go ahead and put those 3 together. So I have x squared over x to the 4th y to the 20th, which reduces to 1 over x squared y 20. And there's your negative rule for your chart.